Hey, good afternoon from CimentArt, Florida, or good morning or good night, wherever you are in the world. I'm taking a page from Dan in Escape from Rural France, where he says good morning every day. But I wanted to kind of help you debug what might be happening in any microcement project. So if there's any issue, I just want to help you ask the right questions to debug it if you guys are doing this or whatever. The first is always ask for a picture. No matter what they say, it always makes more sense when you get a picture and you can understand kind of, oh, this is what's happening. First up, also, don't assume that all microcement is the same. That's like saying all eggs are the same, or all men are the same, or whatever. So there are grades of things, and microcement, well, obviously CimentArt is the best in Europe for 6 years running, but like some people are putting things on walls in Texas, they're mixing up a little drywall paste and putting some color in it, doing it on a shower, waterproofing it with something they find at home in a big box store, and calling that microcement. So people can say microcement and they may believe it, but it may not be the same as any other microcement. So don't make that mistake. Second, if your customer or wife or boss says it's not perfect, I want this perfect, ask them what is perfect in the universe and see if you can find anything that's perfect, because there's no perfect. Especially on something artisanal. In our process, you can see like little movement, and it's always artisanal, and it's just organic. You're gonna have trowel marks, you're gonna have nicks, things like that. This is a little sample I did in aqua microconcrete for proving this is all waterproof. So get them away from perfect, because every trowel mark is not gonna be perfect, every layer is not gonna be perfect, and every project, your one wall is gonna look slightly more organic or something, but it's not gonna be perfect. And even in porcelain tiles, one lot is not the same as the next lot. So people are understanding of this in the construction trades, but sometimes clients want to be perfect. All right, so the other thing where you might have troubles is somebody might have the surface that you're putting microcement on not very well prepped, or they could put it on foam. This is fine for some places, but you can see foam here is going to dent, and that's not a place to put in a shower tray or on a countertop. So we're recommending don't put foam down where you're going to have hit impacts. And even then, like I've done countertops with foam, and if you base it with our material and our fine coat and then put our poly on it, it's nice and hard, but I could still push through this with a hammer. In fact, I have one here. We were showing where we can hammer test. Here, I'll do this. I'll do the hammer test. So the hammer test, obviously it works all right, yeah? And yet, that's not perfect. If somebody wants to get very active on the hammer, as in this instance, they can go right through the substrate. So saying that this is hammerable or impermeable or it's not perfect. You can go through the substrate, like foam, in the example of some shower trays, or even on walls. Sometimes people put foam up. If they do, we recommend just using our base, do 2 coats of aqua base, and that'll give it more structure in case somebody throws an elbow in the shower. So that's one debug. Another one we've run into is if people don't do it standardly and they try and put it on thicker. Like again, we're talking thin, microcement. There's other videos on my channel that go over it's less than a US dime. So if you put it on thick, thinking, oh, it's extra strong. Well, if you're putting it on like, a 1/2 inch thick, the inside may never get cured. And so you get a spongy surface. If you walk on that and it cracks the waterproofing polyurethane, you can start to have water get into there and cause problems. So you want to do it thin to win is my call. But I mean, you want to do it per spec. Like if you can come to training or if you can watch the videos and do it thin, you'll see it gets really hard. You'll see. And if you put thick on, you can see it's dentable. So that's not as hard as it could be if it's 1 millimeter layers. So that's one way you can check your workers. I think the last one is ask where it went wrong. In fact, one person called in and said, I've got a crack in my shower. I'll set up a video up here, but basically the bottom of the shower where the wall hit the ground started to crack. And I said, well, is that after you did everything? Oh yeah, polyurethane. So check with them where in the process things went wrong. He goes, oh yeah, it's fine. And the other walls are the same? No, they're fine. So 2 walls in the shower were fine, 1 wall was not. And after asking him, well, all right, so is this an outside wall? No, one of the walls in the shower is. Okay, is it a weight-bearing wall? No, the other one is a weight-bearing wall. I said, so this is a non-weight-bearing wall? Yes. So this wall moves. Oh, I guess so. So, if that wall moves, you're gonna have to let it keep moving. So he decided just to drill out or kind of sand out that area with a Dremel and caulk it with silicone, because even in a tile world, if the wall moves, you can't grout it, it's just gonna crumble. So silicone is what you need to use for allowing things to move. Like a window in a wall that's gonna expand and contract, silicone, the change of material, so you don't get water in between those two when it expands and contracts. So hopefully those will help you debug if one of your projects is having troubles. You're always welcome, if it's a CimentArt. By the way, if you think it's not CimentArt and somebody put a different microcement on, you can call us, we can help you maybe check it. But if you want to get CimentArt over it, which many people have done, then you'll sleep more soundly, and that'll help. Obviously, CimentArt's unbiased, but it's the best in the world in my mind. So hopefully that helps you in debugging all your micro cement projects. See you next time.